Hi guys, so I thought I would show you what it takes to take apart the chair. Let me just get the little one out of the way. Alrighty, so here it is. I know you can't see it very well. Hold on here. There we go. This is the chair, and that's the pretty purple color if you can kind of see it. So it's not huge, but it is heavy. So let's see if I can get my phone to stand back up. There we go. Okay, so to take it apart, so the first thing I have to do is there is a little thing here, an indicator that tells me whether or not I can take the wheel off, basically. So I have to press this button in and then turn it to the red. Because of issues with my hands, it's not super easy to do, but it's doable. I've already taken it out to the car, gotten it in the car, but it was definitely not easy. Okay, so once it's like that, then it's a matter of getting the wheel off. So I can't just pull it off because it won't move. I actually have to find a way to lift it somehow. And I can't pull by this because it'll come right out. Like, this isn't held in by anything. So it'll just come out. So I have to find a way to lift it somehow and then try to use one hand to pull it off. Okay. And then try and keep that from hitting me in the face. All right, so then there's that. So then this has to go in the car. It's heavy. I mean, lifting it, it's probably 12, 13 pounds. I mean, he said it was, the guy told me it was 20, but lifting it, I don't think there's any way. I mean, maybe 15, but I don't think it's 20. But it's heavy. Only because I can lift it well enough that it seems like it can't be that heavy, like it can't be 20. I don't think I'd lift it that well if it were 20. I mean, I'm strong, but that's a lot. Okay, so then I have to turn it around, and this is all having to do with this outside. Right now it's raining and wet, so it's even harder to do it outside because it's not like I can sit on the ground outside. Even if it's dry, I don't really like doing that. So this is like, I have to try and sit on the trunk of the SUV and get the first tire in, somehow get the chair to turn around, which it's not super easy even on just the wood floor, but even less so because the ground outside isn't even. So then this again, I have to press it in and turn it. And so I'm turning it to a red X, which I know you can't see, but that's what it is, to get it off. So this one comes off sometimes a little, or it did a little bit earlier, easier, but not that great. I still have to try to pick the chair up a little bit and then get it off. Okay, and then put that one in the car. Right now, of course, I'm just moving them aside. So from there, I can take it apart further. Earlier, I tried to just fold it and put it in the trunk. It's pretty heavy, even like this. Let me get up a little bit. Like just like this. I think lifting it is probably 40, 50 pounds or so like this. That would be my guess, just because I think it weighs less than my other chair did, but still heavy. The battery is down here, and my seatbelt is in the way. Anyway, so yeah, okay. This thing is not super helpful, but yeah, so the battery is down here. I took it out last night to check the weight of it. I am not doing that again. because I think that that battery weighs more than the wheels do. I took it out last night to check the weight of it and see like how easy it was to pull the battery out and put it back in by myself. And it was really hard to do. And that was here on dry ground inside the apartment. So I don't want to do that outside. Other than that, these can come off. So you just have to pull it, turn it, and take them off. And then they go back in. I do have all these wires hanging too, so I'm trying to figure a way to keep the wires off the ground. He was saying just tuck them in here, but they don't stay, as I found out earlier today. I was dragging them around and I didn't know. So there's that. This part also, oh, you can't see it here. This part also comes off. So there's like a little connector here that you can't see while I have the camera like that, but it just, you have to squeeze it and pull it down. So that's not too hard to do. This I thought was anchored in there, but it's not. Earlier it fell out and I kind of freaked out a little bit. So this comes out pretty easily. Which is kind of nice because I had a hard time getting it in the car the first time and I didn't know this came off. But yeah, that comes right off. So, and it is pretty heavy. I mean, for just a little joystick mount. I mean, but it's not that bad. It's like maybe 3 pounds or something. But this side, this armrest comes off too. I would just have to lift it, turn it, and take it off. But I used a twist tie to help try to keep the wire, this wire here that makes this electric joystick work, to try to keep that in place. So I don't really want to take that off if I have to. I don't know if I can get this back down. Okay, so I did that, and I'll have to figure that out later. And then plug this back in if I hopefully can get it. There, okay. And that is another cool thing, is this can move, so I like that. It can move, so I can pull it close to a table, hopefully. And it moves inward too, if, I don't know, I guess if you like to drive like that, I don't know. So there's that. Now, the fun part, putting the tires back on. So let me move back so you can actually see. Sorry, all the wires in the way again. And so trying to get them out of the way. Alrighty. I'm gonna have to call him and ask him to find a way to put those back. Okay, so picking this back up. Now the thing is, the tire, it has this piece and this round piece right here, if you can see. So those have to line up perfectly into these spots. If they don't, it won't lock into place and the chair won't work. So that is also another fun thing to try to do outside. I discovered that, and I did do it wrong. I didn't get it in all the way and didn't get it locked in, and it doesn't like click or tell you it's locked. Like it'll let you switch the plate back from this red X to 1, which is what allows you to drive it. It'll let you do that even if it's not locked in place, which I think is crazy. Like it shouldn't let you lock if you don't have it lined up. So then I gotta lift the chair again and try to get these lined up and try to press, you know, whatever weight of the wheel is, 12, 15 pounds or so, back in. And as you can see, it is not an easy thing to do. And that's with me sitting on the floor, so it's kind of even harder standing because I can't brace against myself if I'm standing like I can sitting. Earlier I actually had to lay it down outside because I just couldn't get it on. And I think that's not fully on. I don't know. There we go. It'll yell at me if it's not. I am curious the weight of the tire, so I'm going to check that 1 second. Okay, I weighed the tire and the batteries, and they are heavy. So I underestimated the tire. I think it just didn't feel quite as heavy because of the shape maybe. The tire is about 17 pounds, but it doesn't feel like it. It feels like 15. I know 2 pounds isn't a lot, but it makes a difference. If you're lifting, you know it makes a really big difference. The battery, holy cow, it is 19 and a half pounds. So basically a 20-pound battery. I kind of took a deep breath and went, okay, I'm going to take it out and weigh it. So now I got to try and put the battery back in. I know you can't see that well. Oh. So I'll move this down here so you can see. This guy here, he is 20 pounds. He's a big guy. Alrighty, so what I'm doing right now, and I wouldn't be able to do this outside because I'm bracing it on my foot. You can see this is my foot underneath this little bit. And since this is my strong side, I can kind of use that foot a little bit to help me lift it. Actually, I think I need to put the other tire on because it's just wobbling. Alrighty, let's get the other tire on. Okay, the same thing, I've got to align it and make sure the seatbelt's not in the way. Okay, and then I just hope that that's right. Okay. All right. Oh, it's on top of my leg. My bad. Okay. So now, it's a lot harder to move like that. So now I just got to get the battery back in this little pouch, and it is not, I can't really see it. It is not a very big pouch. It is pretty narrow. I kind of wish they gave it a bigger thing because it's really hard to get it in. All right, you're probably just gonna get a view of the back of my head and my leg. Nope. All right, let's try it again. And so it has to go standing like this because this little tiny dot here that I'm kind of covering, there we go. This tiny dot here is the charging port. So I need that to be available to me to charge it. Let's put the wires in there. And hopefully I never ever have to take this battery out ever again. I need to check and see if it's like airline approved to stay in the chair for when I travel. Okay, they didn't give you enough leeway to put the cords in, so yay. Hopefully you can see more than just the back of my head. Oh, no. So, yeah. This is not awesome. There we go. Okay, so let's never do that again. All right, and that is how I take the chair apart. Right now, that's what I have to do because I don't have a lift yet, and that took a really long time. It probably would have been like 5 or 7 minutes less if I didn't take the battery out. Anyway, bye.